Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about maybe the favorite car of the American R&B singers, Bentley Arnage. After many years of hibernations, finally Rolls-Royce and Bentley presented a new model. Silver Seraph for Rolls-Royce and Arnage for Bentley. This happened in 1998. Now, if we check the history of Bentley, we will see that the company was founded in 1919. So today is over 100 years old. But in 1931 the company was acquired by Rolls-Royce, and from that moment Rolls-Royce and Bentley were very similar cars. Even from 1960s and 1970s we can say identical, except some cosmetic differences. But in some time the British motor industry became to struggle, and many foreign companies bought the British brands. Rolls-Royce and Bentley were top of the ice cream. 1990s, BMW was the supplier of the engines and other components for Rolls-Royce and Bentley cars. In 1997, both companies were for sale. BMW wanted to buy them because they already had a history with Rolls-Royce and Bentley, and they offered 340 million British pounds. But on the last moment, Volkswagen Group offered 430 million British pounds, some 90 millions more. And of course, on the end, Volkswagen bought the company. But the new models were already developed and ready for production: Rolls-Royce Silver Seraph and Bentley Arnage. Very identical cars again, some cosmetic differences and engines. So on the end, Volkswagen owned Rolls-Royce and Bentley, but they were with BMW engines. A little bit strange, but fact. Was very complicated, and after that Volkswagen and BMW negotiate, and today Bentley is owned by Volkswagen when Rolls-Royce by BMW. Anyway, back to the Bentley Arnage. We said was presented in 1998. And was in production till 2009. It's a luxury car, 4-door saloon, with front longitudinally mounted engine and rear wheel drive only. From 1998 to 2000, the engine was V8 BMW 4.4 liter, very famous from BMW 7 Series and 8 Series, but here with 2 turbochargers. And then from 2000 to 2006, they went to V8 again, but 6.75 liters. So this is very famous and legendary engine capacity for Rolls-Royce and Bentley. But here again with 2 turbochargers. And on the end, from 2006 to 2009, the same 6.75 liters, but slightly modified. All the Arnage cars were equipped with automatic transmissions. But there were 3 types: 4-speed, very early cars with 4-speed General Motors, and then 5-speed Zandrak fabric, and 6-speed ZF as well. In 1990s, before to choose the BMW engines, Bentley and Rolls-Royce respectively were looking for new engine, and because the very famous 6.75 liter V8 Rolls-Royce engine was very outdated, so they had options for General Motors engines, Mercedes engines, but on the end BMW was the choice. For Bentley was BMW V8 engine, but for Rolls-Royce Silver Seraph was BMW V12 naturally aspirated. Naturally aspirated because Rolls-Royce is more relaxed car, more for joy and reliability. But Bentley is more sporty, with great racing heritage. So V8 but 2 turbochargers was the right choice. 354 horsepower and 569 Newton meters of torque were extracted from the BMW V8 4.4 liter, but thanks to Cosworth. So Cosworth were given the final touch to the V8 BMW engines. But then, we said early, in 2000, the new engine arrived. for the Bentley Arnage cars, the legendary 6.75-liter V8 again. Now, depends from the modifications, the power was different. From 405 horsepower and 835 Newton meters of torque, and then Bentley Arnage R was rated at 450 horsepower and 875 Newton meters of torque, acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 96 kilometers per hour, just 5.5 seconds, and maximum speed 170 miles per hour or 275 kilometers per hour. But remember, this is a 2.5 ton car, so very heavy. On the end of the production, the very solid Garrett turbochargers were replaced by Mitsubishi, and we set early 6-speed Zandrak fabric automatic gearbox. Here the power went up to 500 horsepower and 1000 Newton meters of torque. This was probably the most powerful 4-door luxury limousine in the world on that time. Acceleration even was better, from 0 to 96 km per hour or 60 miles per hour, 5.2 seconds, and maximum speed near 290 km per hour or 179 miles per hour. This was the model Arnage T. The other less powerful, we said early 450, was Arnage R. There were some special modifications, limited of course, like Bentley Arnage Le Mans series, Diamond series, Final series, but every of them are special because simply is a Bentley. The car were available in two sizes, normal, if we can say that, and long wheelbase. Both of them were over 5 meters long. The normal was with 3 meter 116 millimeters wheelbase, and the long one 3 meter 366 millimeters of wheelbase. Imagine how much space you have inside, how much legroom you have inside the car. Respectively, the short one or the normal one was 5.4 meter long, and the long wheelbase was 5 meter 640 millimeters. Absolutely crazy size car, and was wide as well, just under 2 meters, and was high 1.5 meter, enough headroom for everyone. Now, the weight. We mentioned early, 2.5 tons. So the weight was from 2,320 kilograms for the normal size to 2,655 kilograms for the long wheelbase and fully loaded car. We know well the Bentley cars depreciating a lot after a few years, so this model is actually not exception. Losing money in the first years, so the price, like a new, was 250,000 American dollars. In 10-14 years, you can find even example for 25,000 US dollars, or some better for 30-35. But anyway, this is just 10% after 10-14 years, just 10% of the original price of the car. So the depreciation is a lot actually. The car was made in England and only in England, because Bentley is a very British company and they still need to keep the traditions. It's owned by the Germans, but the assembly is made in Great Britain. Maybe it's good to mention here, the more British company Rolls-Royce in some time in 1930s, before the World War II even, was made in UK but in USA as well, because it was very popular behind the Atlantic on that time, but actually still today. It's owned by the Germans, the Bentley, but most of the materials are English. The interior is just spectacular. The top level, maybe the best in the world, Connolly leather, real very shiny wood, and the wood actually and the leather is a lot. It was built with Volkswagen money, but is still very British. Was very expensive when new, we said early, 250,000 US dollars, twice the price of Mercedes S-Class, but was much more prestigious car. Bentley is more about the quality and craftsmanship. And to own this car, you really need to be someone else. Compare with the other cars, we still can say the Arnage is handcrafted. It's made by hand, and this means a lot, something very special, bespoke unit. 250,000 American dollars or 170,000 British pounds on that time. If you think that the average price of the house in UK was approximately 100,000 British pounds. So this car was much more expensive than the average house in UK. And we're gonna say again, just special people could afford to buy one Bentley Arnage. People like, for example, one of the owner of Arnage was David Beckham. This was the flagship Bentley model. Even when in 2004-2005 was presented the Bentley Continental, the 100% made by Volkswagen, the completely new Bentley Continental car, the Arnage was still the king and more expensive. And if we compare the both models, it's better to say that you drive Bentley Continental if you are director of the company, but you drive Bentley Arnage if you own the company. That's fair enough. Everything about this car feels so special. To build one of these Arnage, it took 450 hours of work, when an average car was made for 10, 20 or a little bit more hours. It was really special car. Back on the day and even today. From all models Arnage, Bentley built 7,304 cars for the 10 years in production, so which means approximately 730 cars per year, or exactly 2 cars a day. So guys, this car is just extremely luxury car, and how we said earlier, it's handcrafted, and if you just see the car from any angle, the car looks so amazing and massive car. Massive car not only outside but inside as well. And the interior is just fantastic. The leather, we can say again, the top British leather. The wood trim as well inside is the top level as well. It's not fake wood, it's real wood. You know, many cars on that time, they have wood trims, but it's not real actually. So this car is all about the craftsmanship and the prestige. So guys, this is the Bentley Arnage. How we said earlier, they made just 7,304 cars of this for the 10 years in production, which means approximately, I'm gonna say again, 2 cars per day. So guys, I hope you liked the video about the Bentley Arnage. If you like, please subscribe my channel and see you next time guys. Bye.